What are you looking at right now?
Spider Solitaire, my favorite.
Mm.
That's a deep sigh.
Deep sigh. Because I get to sit down. That's why.
Next to
Sit
me.
down. Sit down next to you. I don't have to do anything except for talk. This is my therapy session. I'm about to lie down on your lap right now.
Oh my god.
Although I don't do that with my therapist.
Okay, well,
That would
just
be
know
weird.
that I need my copay up front, and I need the back end too. I don't even take insurance actually.
Do you take IOUs?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
If that's the case, let's get this thing started. Hey everyone, what's the word, y'all? My name is Joseph Vivens, and I'm sitting here with my beautiful, gorgeous, the woman I am enamored by, Sadana Vivens.
Hello.
And welcome to First Off. This is a podcast where we examine being parents in this modern age and the challenges that we experience and how they compare to people in the past, like our ancestors and parents and such. And we try to claim joy while parenting and being married, because that's all we could do in this life is to claim what is rightfully ours. And joy is rightfully ours.
That's right.
And it's rightfully yours too, audience. Like, you deserve to be joyous. And so we spend about 30 minutes to an hour, at least once a week, reminding you to be joyous and sharing our joyous moments and our challenges, of course.
And challenges are necessary.
Challenges in my pants.
Challenges are necessary to claim joy.
Absolutely. Because we all know what Rob Bass said. Joy
and pain.
And pain. Wait, that wasn't Rob Bass though. It was somebody else that sang that before.
Give it to Rob Bass.
Right. See, so that's the Haitian in me coming out, because look, we were at Pop's Vinyl. Sadana's dad does this thing called Vinyl Listening Lounge. He does it once, maybe every 2 months or so.
It had been once a month. So
once
I
a
think
month.
He's trying to get back to the once a month.
So he does this thing once a month, and every time I go, a DJ that he works with, his name is Zach. I don't know his DJ name, but his name is Zach.
I think it's DJ Zach.
I don't think it's DJ Zach.
Okay, we'll figure it
out. I don't think so. Anyway, his handle is Rhythm Lingo Records. Okay, I know that for sure. I met him years ago, connected him with Pops, and they've had this really dope thing called Vinyl Listening Lounge, where you bring your vinyls, you listen to you share it with the community, and you talk about the music, and you talk about why you chose the record that you chose. Old vinyls, new songs. It doesn't matter. It's just a community that brings vinyls, and they share their love of music. And every time Zach is participating or DJing, he'll throw on a track, and I'm like, ooh, so-and-so sampled that. Oh, so-and-so, oh, that's from so-and-so. And I'll just start rhyming the things. And the reason why is because growing up Haitian, my dad, all he played was compa music. And if he were to play anything American... Compa is Haitian music. And if he were to play anything that was American, it'd be like top 40 that was on the radio. Like, he just, turn on the radio, 95.5 and 93.9 or 97.1. And we would just listen to whatever was popping at the time. And so a lot of songs from like the 70s and 80s kind of go over my head. And so
Unless they were sampled.
That's the only way that I know. And sometimes what'll happen is that I'll look at the liner notes of an album, or I'll look on Wikipedia, see where the original sample's from, and then I'll save it and I enjoy the song. And so that Rob Bass song, I'm like, wait a minute, that's an original song. Like, they sampled that, right? Like Joy and Rain, that's a real song by someone else, right?
Likely.
Joy and rain, pain, sunshine and rain. Like, that's somebody. I don't know which artist it is. Somebody's listening right now. Like, yeah, look it up real quick. Look it up. I'll vamp for you. But when we were at the Vinyl Listening Lounge, he threw on a song. I can't remember what it is right now, of course, but it was MF Doom's Rhymes Like Dimes. And I was like, oh, I know that song.
It's Joy and Pain by Maze.
Right. Oh, so it's Frankie Gravy. So it's Maze.
I was right.
Yeah, you were. Look at you. Look at
Because
you.
I grew up in a household
That's right.
where we listened to all the oldies and but goodies.
There you go.
And where you sample from. So I do know.
You do know these songs.
In the recesses of my mind. I do know.
And you pulled it up. You got a music library in your brain. You don't even know it. I love it.
There's a lot going on up there.
Anyway, but yeah, to your point, we went off the course like ridiculously. To your point,
challenges.
Just you gotta have with the joy sometimes comes the pain, and you just gotta reach out and reclaim the joy.
Give it to me, Rob Bass.
That's right, and then you gotta you gotta ask Rob Bass to give it to you from time to time. You gotta ask Rob Bass for it. But anyway, how you doing this week, love?
I'm good.
It's been a while since we recorded.
Yes, it's been a while.
At least since we recorded in the fortress adjacent.
Yes.
The segment of the fortress.
In our sanctity of First Off.
First Off sanctity.
We have been. The last time we recorded First Off, we were actually in the sanctity of SOS Saturday.
Yeah.
So
there was a combination, and even though it was a Sunday, it was a lot. It was a Sunday night, and it was SOS Saturday and First Off. 3 things that just had nothing to do with anything.
Who's keeping track?
Nobody. All 12 of our Spotify listeners.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, all 12 of you. All Spotify subscribers.
13 today.
Subscribers, Spotify subscribers.
Or there may be 11.
No, but in all seriousness, though, like in the last month, we've got 1,000 listeners.
Wow.
1,000 people that are downloading or streaming the show. So,
wow.
So people are listening. Not a lot of them are subscribing, but hey, as long as the word and the message is getting out there, and we appreciate each and every one of you.
Feedback. One of my girlfriends, I guess she follows my personal page, like whatever shenanigans I have going on, and she responded. She was like, "Why am I just finding out that you have a podcast? Why is it so awesome? Like I love it." I was like, "You're welcome." I'm not going out there and giving out cards.
Right.
I got a podcast.
Right.
I got a podcast. Just, I guess we want people to find it organically.
I don't know if we want people to find it organically. I think we're just doing it because we enjoy doing it. We have fun doing it, and if people find it, they find it. If they don't, they don't. But not to say that we don't promote it. We do put it out there.
Yes.
It's just that when people find it, we say thank you.
Yes.
And when they subscribe, or
we say you're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah, you say you're welcome. I'll say thank you, and you say you're welcome.
How are you? How are you this week?
I'm doing well. It's been busy. It's been exhausting on all fronts. It's one of those times where you feel like everything is tackling you from every angle, and you're just like, ha ha ha. What is it? Whack-a-mole. It's like whack-a-mole. You're just you're seeing everything pop up, and you're trying to hit it, and you're like, almost got it. And so usually what I do whenever it's whack-a-mole, I just slide my arm across, or slide the hammer across.
Like Minority Report?
Yeah.
Minority Report. He used to have to try to move the stuff around.
Nah, like I'll slide the hammer and, just kind of wiggle it back and forth to hit the stuff. So just try to figure out ways to do it thinking outside of the box. And that's what I've been doing. So
there's some fun to that. Like
to whack-a-mole? Yes, there is. Especially when you get the tickets.
Yes, when the tickets come out. No, I'm just thinking about there's some fun to troubleshooting, for lack of a better description. I have a scientific, I have many different science projects ongoing at work as a scientist and as a clinician. And while it can be very frustrating to not have an answer to many of these scientific questions, one of the ones that I was working on today with my team members, I was like, well, but this has happened and this has happened, but they're not connected. So please help me to connect so that when we write the paper, it makes sense. And so we kind of all said, okay, this is how we can describe it, and this is what makes the most sense. Yet we were still kind of like, it's a loose association. So I charged my team members to think about it before they went to sleep, so that when they wake up, it will have already been on their mind, and they can be like, and one of them was like, yeah, we can do that, but there's we still would need to do an additional experiment. I was like, yes, but that will come to you if you have it on your mind and then you think of it. And
Right.
so I was like, you've heard of that, right? This is not the first time you've. He was like, I was like, you believe in it, right?
Oh gosh. Oh no. I feel threatened. I wonder how they felt.
They're always just laughing at me.
Oh no. No.
But in a supportive and loving kind of way. Laughing.
True leadership.
Yes.
True leadership is when you can laugh at yourself and your team can
No,
laugh
I
at
told
you.
them, I was like, we'll revisit it. I'm gonna do some research. They're gonna do some research.
But you love the troubleshooting aspect of it.
At times I do. Other times it's really like I am pulling my hair out.
Yeah.
Just to try to figure out this way about why things are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really more troubleshooting in the context of somebody has proven that this works. We have proven that that works. And then together, how are they connected? And nobody up until this point has proven why they're connected. So it's up to us to do all these different experiments.
I love it.
To show.
I love it.
So we've done a certain amount of experiments and we thought we explained it correctly, but we're getting some reviewers that have said, okay, tell us more. And so without us having to like restart everything over, we're like, have we done some things to be able to tell us more? So I actually, after they left my office, after I gave them that charge, I started to do something else. And it actually popped up in my mind and I was like,
Eureka.
it actually came into my mind and I was like, hey, did you guys da-da-da-da-da-da-da? So I wrote them through our messaging app, Teams, and they hadn't gotten back to me. So I'll check in with them tomorrow to see if maybe that is
that's the
potential.
solution.
We'll see.
As vague as that was that you just described, it makes perfect sense because essentially you just described life in a nutshell. Like for real.
To tell.
For real. Like it's just like
to go to sleep thinking about you back up, is that?
No.
This is how
there's
I do
there's a
science.
problem here. There's a problem here. They're supposed to they connect somehow, some way, but we just can't figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, like you have two different issues and you're just trying to figure out how do they coalesce. And something that I always say is that we're always looking at things from the micro, not the macro. Wait, am I saying that the right way? We're always looking at things from our own perspective, and we don't always have the big perspective,
Not
the
seeing
macro,
forest of
the full
trees.
yeah. Like because of that, we can be very short-sighted as human beings.
Yes.
And
well, how come this is not working? Well, this is not working because something so much better
is down the way, or something bigger, or it's like, or
better
two
is gonna
things
unfold for you.
two things that seemingly have no connection actually do have a connection, and it's just part of the journey to figure out how they work. You know what I'm saying? Think Real be coming back from time to time. Think Real. If y'all don't know about Think Real, visit our previous episodes. You'll see.
Or you're just brilliant.
Aw, you see how she butters me up? What do you want?
Actually, I did send you
What
a
do you
link to a
want?
dress that
Oh,
I really
yes.
want.
I did
And
get
I
that.
can buy the dress myself, and you don't need to get it for me. It really was please save this because I've thought about it. It's one of those things, it's not a really expensive dress. I saw it in the store. I tried it on in the store. You were like outside of the store. You didn't
No,
even
I was
see
in the
me.
front. I was in the front
you
of the
didn't
store.
even see me try it on. It fits so beautifully, and I was like, I imagine wearing this on the island, and having a good time, and I felt good in it. And that was Valentine's weekend. I tried it on.
Yeah.
And then I just sent it to you last week.
Yes.
I don't even know how long the dress. I was going to say the dress is actually on sale right this second. I don't know how long it's going to be on sale. It's still a little bit too expensive. I don't know how long it's going to be on sale or how long it's even going to be on the site to purchase. I actually did check to see if I could purchase it from Poshmark. Shout out to Poshmark, even though you're not paying me for advertising. But it is one of my favorite sites, and the fact that it's not secondhand, but it's like people tried it on, or people had it, and like they don't want it anymore, whatever.
They wore it once, and they're like, okay, I can't wear this anymore.
Done, or it didn't fit them, and they can't take it back. And they don't have my size, but they have the dress. And I was like, ooh, I could go up the street to my favorite seamstress and have her take it out for me.
You were thinking your options. You were trying to troubleshoot.
I'm trying to troubleshoot. And at this time, and in this venture of the present, I do not own the dress. So.
Well, Mother's Day is coming, so we'll see. We'll see what Mother Claus will bring you. Papa Claus, Family Claus, the Baby Claus. That's what it is,
Oh
Baby
my goodness.
Claus.
Make sure you check
We'll see what
Poshmark,
Baby
see if they
Claus.
have my size.
We'll see what Baby
If
Claus
not,
brings.
you can get the smaller size, and my seamstress up the street can take it out a little bit. She knows me very well. Taking out things. I might be lifing on these hips.
Anyway,
How did we get onto my dress size?
I don't know. That's all you. That's all you. Parenting score. Let's talk parenting score this week. So for those of you who are new to the show, welcome. And
You're welcome.
You're welcome. And whenever we do the show, we always give each other a parenting score and we reflect on it. And then what we do, we come up with, we have a topic question that we discuss. And then finally we end the show with screen time where we talk about whatever TV show or movie or whatever it is.
The whole run
That's,
show.
giving them the preview of what's to come. Movie, TV show that we're entertained by. And it could be books as well. Whatever is entertaining us at the moment. So,
Books?
yeah, I know,
Books?
right?
You talking about the
Read
piece
a
of paper?
book. Read a
You talking
book.
about the piece of paper with writing on it? You gotta move your eyes left and right? Books! Shout out to Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
On Breakfast Club.
Parenting score. What's your parenting score? For, I guess it could be for the last 2 weeks.
Last 2 weeks. I've been working hard for these babies.
Oof.
I'm gonna say a 10.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Do tell.
Helping you
Oh,
participate.
hold on now. It's supposed to be the babies. Why? How you come to me? I'm one of the babies. That's what it is.
You gonna let me finish?
You know you one of the
gonna let
baby.
me finish?
You know you my baby too. You know you my baby too.
Always be my baby.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish.
Helping you out in the cultural heritage night
Oh yes.
at the school.
Mm,
And that was on that Friday.
that was fun.
And then the Thursday, I planned ahead, you planned ahead, and there was a career day
Mm-hmm.
at Benjamin School. And so all the prep work required for that, I had like 3D models
Yeah.
of the brain, and I had come up with a little game for the kids to play, and they kept coming back wanting to play the game, and I had visuals and helping to take kids to the various things they needed to go to, making sure food was taken care of, outfits were secured. There was in the last 2 weeks that one of them had a school picture, and so I had to make sure that she had the attire of the school picture. So getting that at the last minute. I also put a pat on my back, but I don't have anything to do with it. I'll say tangentially have something to do with it. Did you see this piece of paper in our room, and it was like the I statements?
Yes, yeah, I did see
Evie
that.
wrote that. And this writing came up as a part of me coaxing her to solve something on her own. So the two of them were the fake fighting in our bedroom the other day. She was playing with a toy. Basically, it was a squishy.
The Neatos.
Yeah, Neato. We can't be shouting out all these things.
Nah, that's how they come to us. Listen, Neato,
okay.
holla at us.
Okay.
Send us a box full of Neatos.
Farm Rio, green and white Montera dress.
Now you just sound like you manifesting. That's what it sounds like right there.
I love it.
Continue.
Farm Rio. So she had this Neato. She was playing with it. They were reading. And he came into the room. Evie and I were just chit-chatting, or not chit-chatting, just parallel play. And he came into the room and he started to play with the Neato. She had put the Neato down because she had picked up her iPad and was looking at something on the iPad. And he came over and started playing with the Neato. And she was like, "No, that's mine." It's something like a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old would have been fussing at, something like that.
Right.
But they're
10 and 14.
older than that.
10 and 14.
And so I don't know why she got all in her feels, but she kind of stormed out. And he looked at me and he was just like, "What's the big deal? She didn't even have it in her hand."
What's the big deal, Mr. Garrison?
And I was like, "That's between y'all. Y'all gonna have to, figure it out." he was in his mood because he's not able to look at electronics for the last week. So he's like, I need something stimulation wise.
Right.
So then he left, and then she came back, and she came back with a piece of paper that had a whole bunch of I statements.
And it was something that she learned at the assembly.
So that's what I found out later. I was like, where'd that come from? And she was like, I was like, did you make that up, or did you see that in something? Because you sure didn't get it from us.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Tangentially, because we provide so much support and love.
That, and also we encourage our children to have emotional intelligence.
Yes.
That is something that we emphasize, since they were babies when we were.
But it was not any coaching of ours.
There wasn't any coaching of ours.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. What I'm agreeing with you, because what I'm saying is that part of what we teach them is to absorb things like that.
Yes.
And if it fits them and their ethos and their philosophy as they grow, then they incorporate it into their lives. So go ahead, continue.
So she had written out the I statements, and when you do such and such, I feel blah blah blah, and she left it blank, so that she could say her piece, and then he could utilize that same kind of template. And so she was like, call Benjamin back in here, because he had left the room, and she came back. And
she had you call him.
She said, call Benjamin. I said, no. No.
She wanted you to call him.
I said, this is between the two of you all. So I refused. She called him back in. By the time he came back in, I actually was in another part of the room and was getting dressed. I had closed the door and was in the closet, and I could overhear their conversation. She said, and I could I could hear that she was showing him this I statement paper, and she went first. She said, I feel sad when you take my toy without asking appropriately and you just snatch it from me. She said something to that gist, and his response was, I feel blah 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 when you're not using it, and they're like, okay, and I could tell that they resolved it in just a quick second of her using the I statement. Basically, she showed it to him, she used it, he then took that same formula, and they were back to being best friends all over again. It was beautiful to hear and to see, and so that sheet, which probably needs to be crumpled or put back on her door,
it needs to be framed. Needs to be framed. That's what it is.
Picture of it, but it's in our room, so I was like, oh shoot, so I need to be saying that.
She's like, let me leave this for mommy and daddy, because they need to say their I statements.
Don't start it with first off.
She's like dropping hints. It worked. Here you go, guys. Proof of concept. This is when they did that on purpose, just to pretend. You know what I mean? Coming up with some fake ass neato fight to show you what to do. So that you could bring it to me. That we holding a 10-year-old's I statement, trying to read her hand right and talk about what does this say?
I did actually. That's another reason why I'm giving myself a 10 out of 10. Was because I read the template I statement, and she said, I feel when you do such and such, I feel such and such a way. And then she said, but blah blah blah, and she said, but ... And I said, just as a heads up, when you say but after you give a statement, that negates everything before.
Right.
So I was like, it'd be better if you put and. So actually, I did give some context, grammar, and
feedback,
specificity to, and use a little bit of my therapy talk.
Not the therapy talk.
Of and instead of but.
Yeah. So that's good.
So that's a long way of me saying why
that you got a 10. You earned it. You earned it. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that 10 too. I get some credit for that too. That's my answer. I get it. I love that. I love hearing that. I think that is, again, one of the reasons why we're very proud of our kids, and one of the reasons why I think that we're doing okay, despite the stumbles that we might have, and despite the lapse of judgments that our kids might have, or the lapse of judgments that we might have.
There we go.
I think that we're doing okay. So I applaud your 10. I do think that you deserve that. When you telling me about the I statement thing, I think back on, remember when they were babies? So we did it with both of them. There were those feeling cards that we
Yeah.
used to have,
Yeah.
and they were like, I think
Happy.
happy,
Sad.
sad. I think they were like 1.5, 2, but it's just like showing our children how to express emotionally, physically, like to recognize what those feelings feel and look like. I think that
Yes.
really help them in terms of being able to communicate with us. And don't get it twisted, they will have their emotional outbursts. They will have their moments where they're just like super frustrated, and we can tell when they're isolating, or they just want to get away from us. Like they're preteens and teens, and so they have their moments. And I think that we do a pretty good job of opening those doors for them to have those expressions,
Yes.
and to share how they feel. So it's really encouraging to hear that. I saw the I statement thing. I heard you talking
You're
about
like,
it.
what's that foreign
I,
language over there?
I heard you talking about it. I heard you ask her. I heard her say the thing about this assembly, and then I didn't go any further than that. So
On to the end.
on to the next thing. On to the next thing. And on to the next parenting challenge. Or challenge.
So you're giving yourself a 10?
No, yeah, I'm gonna give myself a 10. I think it's somewhat in line with what you just said. So the on the parenting front, I'm gonna give myself a 10 for a whole different reason. If you had asked me last week, I think I would have given myself a 6, because there was an incident that happened with Ben, and I was really, really disappointed. And this is going to lead to the parenting question, so it's going to be a beautiful segue. I was really disappointed. I expressed my disappointment, and we handed down the consequences for his actions. And today, when I picked him up from school, I was having a conversation with him about a test that he had taken, a quiz that he had taken,
Okay.
and I could see that the pressure was there and that he was feeling it. And so I brought him into this space, to
The
our
first off,
the
the
first
first
off
off space.
headquarters. The first
The
off
studio, the
space.
studio.
This is where all the conversations happen. So I brought him in here, and I just had a heart to heart, like, talk to me, what's going on. And we had a conversation. He expressed to me how he was feeling. And if you guys want to know the detail, you're gonna have to take me out for dinner or a drink, or if you catch me in public sometime, I'll share. But I will not broadcast my son's business out into the world. But he expressed it, and then I asked him about his consequences, which is something that we do whenever some time has elapsed. We ask, how do you feel about it? And he expressed that he understood, and he provided his mea culpas to all parties. And then I explained to him, the rationale. Obviously, in this day and age, the way that you provide consequences is to take away your child's devices, specifically the phone, and or the privileges that come with having a phone. So I explained to him, like, about having those privileges and abusing those privileges, and how it's not cool. And I was like, so I'm gonna reinstate everything because enough time has passed. I think that you learned your lesson. And he was like, no. He was like, I think it's appropriate for me to keep it off until May.
Mm.
And I was like, it took me back a little bit, because in this day and age, for a teenage boy who loses all communication with their friends and loses the ability to play games, to be like, nah, I understand what I did. I
Mm.
understand that it was wrong. And not only that, I don't think that I've paid enough of a price for it.
Mm. Mm.
And I want to, I feel like it should be a little bit longer, because I think, my summation is a little bit more self-reflection that he wanted to have.
Mm.
And I found that to be very, very mature and very, very disciplined. Because in this day and age, we are all super attached to our devices.
Hmm.
And for him to have the opportunity to get it back, and to take a step back and be like, no, no, I need to really sit back. It's like he's cool with everybody involved, but he's like, no, I need to take a step back. I still need to hold back. And at that moment, I was just like, you're gonna get a 10 this week for parenting. You gonna get a 10 this week. Because I mean, I think that accountability.
Mm,
I don't think that enough people are willing to take accountability for their actions.
mm,
To sit back and be like, oh, you know what, you were right and I was wrong. That is very, very difficult for people to do in this day and age.
mm.
It's so hard because everybody has a voice. Everybody wants to be right. You know how like people say opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one.
Mhm.
I turned it around. I say assholes got opinions now. So it's like you can't. Everybody is on a war path to be the one.
Hmm.
And to me, a sign of leadership is to take a step back and be like, you know what? I was wrong in this moment. I was not the one, but I'm going to do better tomorrow.
Yeah.
And for him to sit back and be like, you know what? I hear you, but I still need more time.
Yeah.
It showed true growth and maturity, especially for like a newly minted 14-year-old. And
Yeah.
so it it made me realize that I'm raising a good human being. He made a mistake, he realizes it, and he wants to do better. It bodes well. It bodes well for the hopes that I have,
Hmm.
and the lessons that we teach and carry. And again, it ties back to the emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
I think both of our kids show and express that, and I hope that it continues, beyond, as we join the ancestors at some point in time.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I give myself a 10.
Nice. Thanks for sharing.
Oh yeah, and thank you again for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So, on that note, my question for you this week, because I've been thinking about this a lot, mostly because of two situations: one, the Ben situation, and two, Evie falling off of her scooter and hurting herself. Um, I want to know, um, what do you, how do you feel when our children apologize for disappointing us?
Hmm. Yeah, he called me. What was it? And you a
Mm-hmm.
few weeks ago, like in tears um, about a math score, about a math grade,
Mm-hmm.
and how he was getting basically he was getting a C in the class, and he had worked really hard to bring this C to at least a B. Of course, he wants an A, but and he called and he was like, "I'm so sorry. I talked to her and I have a 79 and she doesn't do bump ups.
Mm-hmm.
I did all the things. I took the test over that I could take and still I have a 79 and there's no she doesn't do bump ups. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And I was like, "Benjamin, I'm sad for you."
Mm-hmm.
But he was calling from school because they can't use their phones in school, but calling from school from the front office during school time to apologize to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then he called you, he apologized to you. But my response to him was, "I'm sad for you." I was like, "Do you need me to come pick you up? Like you, mama cub, like you want me to come pick you up, baby?" I'm in the middle of a clinical meeting, looking at scans for a patient, knowing that I'm going to have to give bad news to that patient, and then
on the
my
flip
actual
on the
my
flip
actual son's giving me bad news.
on the flip side, I'm like, all right, do better next time. I'll talk to you later. Peace.
The
Nah,
empathy and the sympathy. There's something different.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Um,
I said more than that.
yes, understood. Yeah, how I feel bad for him. I felt bad for him in that context, and also, um, they can disappoint me, and I love them with every fiber of my being.
Now my baby disease.
So the disappointment, not yet, has lasted a very long time
Mm.
in all the things that they've done because they're just learning. And
Mm.
you reminded me, they just came here.
Yeah. They're brand new.
14 years ago, they're brand new. 10 years ago, they're brand new.
Yeah.
They don't have 4 decades of experience like us. So.
Speak for yourself. I ain't got no 4 decades of experience.
Okay.
I'm still in my 20s.
Got it. With the gray hair. Got it. With all those muscles, baby. With all those muscles, baby. You've earned 4 decades. Okay? All those muscles.
Oh, go ahead.
That's my thought behind it.
But how does it make you feel? Like, do you feel like you okay, so something I've heard you say before is like you say, it's not for me, it's for you.
Yeah. So when he was apologizing, he was like, I'm so sorry, I can't bring it up. I'm so sorry, I can't bring it up. I was like, what you telling me for? Like, I helped him advocate because I was like, go to your teacher, ask her what additional work you can do, ask her,
what extra credit.
I, in essence, over this year of him maturing more and more each year, have been really coaching him on how important communication is and communication to these adults. Yeah, communication for yourself, communication for others, but definitely for yourself, because it's like, if you don't speak up for yourself, nobody else really will advocate for you. Mm-hmm. We can advocate for you, but that's not my role.
And it's not going to help in the future.
And it's not going to, and I'm not going to always be there. You're not going to always be there.
Yeah.
So I haven't once since this whole grade situation, I didn't email the teacher to say, can you bump up my babies? Now, I know that other parents would have and probably like, you can't give my child one more assignment that they can get it. You see him improving. Why can't you give him? He has basically a B.
I mean, in his defense, like he was doing a lot this semester. I mean, between SGA and going on this excursion to do this and going on that, and it's like and it's like trying to make up work on top of work on top of work. It was challenging. It was like 100% challenging, and it's incumbent on him to advocate for himself. Be like, look, this is the list of stuff that I got going on. And if you can give me some kind of extra credit to work. And that's what we were telling him to do.
Yeah, now, but he needed to have asked for that early. And needing to ask for our support early.
And it's a lesson learned.
And so I told him, I was like, in college, they don't do bumping. And a lot of times in high school, they don't do bumping.
So it's better
for you to learn now, be in that teacher's face from day one.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get a little extra support on how to do this problem?
Right.
Can you show me how to do it in another way? Or
and to say, I'm not going to be here on this day and this day and this day. Can you give me the assignments early so I can get things?
All of that.
Yeah. So it's like
getting with a friend to do a study session so that when the quiz comes, if you were in class or if you weren't in class, just making sure that you understand.
These are the lessons. These are the lessons I learned. But again, you're not answering my question.
How it makes me feel.
Y'all getting a preview of entire marriage. This is not even a preview. You guys are seeing the marriage. Answer my question.
I feel. I feel.
Maybe I statement.
I feel threatened.
When you ask me a direct question.
I would say.
Okay, let me rephrase the question.
Okay, go ahead.
When our children say that they disappoint us, do you feel some kind of responsibility for that feeling that they have?
Yes.
Okay.
And it makes me feel sad.
Okay. Why does it make you feel sad?
Because I don't want them to have to feel like they are a disappointment or that they disappointed me. Mm-hmm. Knowing that they're supposed to grow from that disappointment, knowing that they're supposed to grow from whatever this challenge is, it still makes me sad. Like, oh no, you have to struggle and go through your sadness in order to come to your glory.
Right.
Because I know how I feel when I have disappointed myself.
Joy and pain. Shout out to Rob Bass.
Or disappointed my parents. Mm-hmm. And so I then get that feeling of what it felt like for me as a young child disappointing my parents. Now, it doesn't happen often because I was...
the bee's knees.
I was...
the bee's knees, as they used to say in the 60s, or was it maybe the 50s?
In my mind, I was...
In your mind.
I was a stellar child in my mind. Yeah, it makes me sad. That's the...
It
That's
makes
the
you
answer.
sad.
It makes me sad.
Do you feel like you want to stop them from that feeling like they're disappointing you?
No,
No.
no.
How come?
Because I need them to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we stop them, then they don't learn and they don't get it.
But I mean, from disappointing you.
No, that they don't learn from whatever it is.
No, no. I'm asking, do you feel the need to stop them from disappointing you, from saying, I am sorry I disappointed you? Do you feel like you need to be like, no, don't worry about disappointing me. This is about your journey. Or are you like, you know what? It's okay if you feel like you disappointed me. I want them to feel like they disappointed me as well.
No, I don't. I am on the, like when he called me, for example, about this test and this grade. I said to him, Ben, I feel sorry for you. Like, it's not about me.
Mm-hmm.
So I did turn it more on, because in him saying, he was sorry for disappointing me, he also was saying he was sorry he disappointed himself, because he wanted a higher grade.
Yeah.
He strives to get straight A's. He
Yeah.
strives to be on the honor roll. He strives to be on the dean's list. So yes, he disappointed us, or felt like he was disappointing us, but he also felt sad for himself, and he was disappointing himself. So yes, I felt the impetus to push it back on him and say, okay, I accept. And I'm sorry you feel this way, more in personally than parentally. What about you?
So I was thinking about this because the reason why I was thinking about it is because it was that situation. And also when Evie fell off her scooter, like she's all like battered and bruised. And she was like, I'm so sorry, Daddy. I'm so sorry. I broke it. And I was like, I don't care about this thing. Like, it's just a machine. I'm so sorry I fell. It's like, you were going to fall eventually.
Yeah.
Like we knew this. That's why we have you wear a helmet when you ride, But it made me think about that. Like, it made me think, why did she feel like she needed to apologize to me? And generally when they disappoint us, they apologize to us. And I think it's I think it's a good and bad thing. The reason why I think it's a good thing is because they believe in us. They believe in what we're teaching them and what we're showing them, and the way that we the expectations that we have for them in terms of the choices that they make. And so for them to internalize that and to say you know what, I want to be the person that my parents will be proud of. Makes me say, oh, okay, I understand it. To me, it's like it's something that would resonate even after we're gone. Where it's like the lessons that we teach them is something that they will harken back to or hold on to.
They can hear us.
They can hear us in their head,
like
right?
You can hear your parents.
Yeah,
in their head.
That's what I'm saying. So it was like a double-edged thing where it's like, well, I want you. I'm like, I hear that you think I'm disappointed, but this is just a toy.
Yeah.
Like, your safety is more important to me. And I'm sure that you were just riding. You were just doing what you wanted to do. And the same thing with Ben. It's like I hear that you're apologizing to me, but there's a lot that you would have to do to make me disappointed in you. It's a very very
and one
very
math grade is
steep
not
slope. It's a very, very high hill to climb for you to disappoint me. And so, a math grade, when I see you're putting forth the effort, when I see that you're trying your best, isn't going to make me be like, oh, I'm so disappointed in you. And so when they say that, like it took me a minute, because at first it was just like, hold on now, I don't want none of that. I don't want I don't want that feeling that that you're disappointing me. But then it was like, no, this is them saying, like, I'm trying to be the person that you're raising me to be. And I, at this moment in time, I don't feel like I'm living up to what you're teaching. And I was like, oh, okay, you know what? When they say that, it's okay for me to receive and accept that, and to remind them that this is their journey and that these are the lessons that they're learning, and that I'm just here to facilitate. That's it. I'm here to give them an interpretation of what it is that they're experiencing, so that they could put it in context and move on with life and figure out how they can learn the lessons from the mistakes that they made. And so the reason why we fall is so that we could get back up and hop back on that bicycle, horse, or, pick up that pencil,
Right.
test grade. We go back up so that we could do it again, try it, and be better the next time
That's
around.
right. That's right.
And so when they said that, it kind of put me on my heels, and then I was just like, okay, there's a reason why this is happening in succession. Usually when things like that happen, you know how I am. When things like that happen, I'm like, all right, God, got it. All right, what's the lesson? And I had to think about that, and I was like, okay, I know that I'm not trying to disappoint the legacy that I'm leaving behind, that I'm moving forward with, the people, the ancestors that came before me. I don't want to disappoint them, and I'm raising my kids the same way, and they're looking back, looking at me like I don't want to disappoint him.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, let me look at it from that perspective, embrace that, and just do what is mine to do, which is to remind them that they are wonderful. They are wonderful people. They're great. And that they just need to understand that there'll be times where they stumble.
Yeah.
And they got to get back up.
Yep.
That's it. So.
Joy.
That's right.
And pain.
That's right.
Like sunshine and rain.
There you go.
Give it to me, Rob Bass.
Shout out to Rob Bass. And DJ Easy Rock. And DJ Easy Rock.
My mom would always say there's a point meant in every disappointment. So there's something to be learned from the challenges and the troubleshooting and the sadness and the dismay. There's a point meant in every disappointment.
I love it. Okay. Screen time?
Screen time.
So, ladies and gents, this is how we slowly wind down for the night.
What are you watching these days?
We're gonna talk about what it is that we are watching.
I'm not watching anything.
These days, what am I watching? Oh, Daredevil. As a matter of fact, I just realized this is a new episode. That's what I'm gonna do after this. That's gonna be my relaxation from the day. I've been watching Daredevil, and
what season is this?
This is season 2 of the Rebirth. Daredevil Rebirth, I think it's called. Reborn.
Okay.
Born Again.
Okay.
Born Again. Daredevil Born Again. Pregnancy. Gestation. But yeah, that's what I've been watching. That and Monarch. Those are the 2 things that I've been watching.
Actions.
Yeah. And I enjoy watching those shows. One, Daredevil, because it's a comic book show. I love comic books. Monarch, because of Kurt Russell and his son Wyatt. And I mean, and Godzilla and King Kong, they're cool too. But but I just love the fact that this father and son, as far as Monarch goes, I love the fact that this father and son are playing the same man, and the way they do it is so brilliant to me. It's so fun because their personalities gel so well. But because of timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff, he actually got to speak to his younger self, which was a little bit funny to me, because it's like, oh, you're just talking to your son right now. But it's a very, very, it's an entertaining show that is filled with like the mystery box, where it's like, what exactly is going on? What is, what is the big idea that's happening? What is the big reveal going to be in? And it's fun for me to try to suss that out and figure that out. Daredevil is just... Vincent D'Onofrio is such a beast as an actor. I loved his acting I've loved his acting ever since Men in Black. Do you remember him in Men in Black? The first one? He was the Roach. He was the one that got Edgar.
That was on the farm.
Yeah, Edgar. He was Edgar.
Yes.
Like, I've loved his acting ever since then, mostly because, like, I like it when actors swing for the fences.
He has range.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he basically played somebody on the spectrum in the SVU.
Yes.
In the
I know what you're talking about.
Law and Order.
Yeah, Law and Order.
Criminal
Yeah.
He basically played somebody who's on the spectrum.
It's like,
and he sold it. We were like, he's kind of a little bit creepy, like but
he's
he
so
could
good.
figure out the things. I'm not watching.
Yeah,
but I saw.
You saw first season of Kingpin.
And he was menacing.
Like, it's like he's.
He wasn't menacing on Criminal Intent, Law and Order.
And what's crazy is that I've been like every once in a while I'll throw on that show Beauty. It's a show on FX done by who's the guy that did American Horror Story? um Ryan Murphy,
Yes,
the
Ryan
Ryan
Murphy.
Murphy
Yes.
show. And I was I didn't know he was on it, but I was watching it, and then he's playing this completely different character. And I'm just like, this guy is
He's
like,
good.
he's so good. He's
Yes.
so good. And the reason why I brought up Edgar is because anytime I see him, I'm like, oh, what's he gonna do now? And I love it when actors swing for the fences, because it's like when they go all the way left, that means everything in between is just area for them to play with. It's a playground. Like they
Yeah.
can do anything.
Right.
Like
Right.
if they know what the extreme. That's why whenever we talk about like casting for one of our projects, whatever, if it's a person that is a comedic actor, I'm like, yes, I want to know. I want to hear. I want to see what they can do, because they know the extremes. And it's like somebody like Vincent D'Onofrio, like if he doesn't get like any awards his entire career, I think that it'll be okay, because his career speaks for itself. Like he is that good to me. But it's like,
I wonder what he says about
yeah,
that.
yeah, I'm sure he loves what he does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think he would do it for the accolades. Like he to me, he comes across as a person that's just like, that's cool and all, but I just love what I do.
Yeah.
And so like watching him incrementally like play these different characters, and watching him as the Kingpin is just like, yo, forget about it. Just throw in the towel. Anybody that's in the scene with them. And so the most recent episode, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it. Oh, not the most recent, because apparently I ain't seen the most recent one. But like his wife, his beloved wife, for like the last, I don't know, I think it's been like 4 or 5 seasons. She dies. And
But we know that. We know that in the context of
in the
don't
context of what?
uh Spider-Man Into the
To the
Spider-Verse.
Spider Verse, right.
So
That's
you told
true.
me something like, but I saw
That's
that
true.
movie.
That's
I
true.
knew.
That's true.
I knew that
That's true.
happened.
That's true. That's true. I can't even say that's like a really.
That's not in the comic?
I don't think so. I don't think
Oh.
so. Not that I know. I don't.
Oh.
I'm not really deep into the
That's what happened
Kingpin
in
in
the
the comics.
Spider-Verse.
Sorry, Into the Spider Verse.
So in my mind,
You're
that's
like, she died. That's a canon event.
Yeah.
It's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
No, like she dies, and the episode ends with her dying. And I'm like realizing that, wait a minute, the latest episode came out. I've been busy, and so like it hasn't been on the forefront of my mind. But it's like, he's the mayor of New York. We know that he's a volatile dude, and his wife died. So it's just like,
he's about to
what is he
take it
going
out.
to
Yeah.
do? Like, and the person
she
that
sick, or?
no, the way that she died is the character Bullseye, Daredevil's arch nemesis, that his wife hired to kill Daredevil's best friend. It's a lot of like really intricate storytelling happening about faith and redemption and things like that, and giving people grace. And he goes back to try to kill the Kingpin,
Okay.
and inadvertently ends up killing the wife. And the way that she ends up dying
Hold
is
on, who kills the wife?
Bullseye.
Oh.
Yeah,
The person
in the
who
skirmish.
the person who he hired to kill Daredevil kills his wife?
No, she hired Bullseye to kill Daredevil's best friend Foggy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, this was like when the rehash
So the
season
person
came
who
back.
she hired killed her.
Exactly. Inadvertently. But yes. So it's like, anyway, so the whole season is about like the vigilante task force, them hunting down people. They got like a ice proxies type situation where they're rounding people up. And it's just like, it is like, it is so good. And Vincent D'Onofrio, like his acting is just like second
Spot
to none.
on,
It's
yeah.
second to none. Like him as the Kingpin is just like, don't ever stop. Just don't ever stop. Like you own that role.
Did he do the voice in Into the Spider-Verse?
Nah, he didn't.
No, they didn't have him.
That was
do the voice?
Liev Schreiber.
Okay.
Do you remember who Liev Schreiber
Yes,
is?
yes,
Yeah, that's Liev
Yes.
Schreiber. He did that. He did a really good job too. But anyway, that's what I'm watching. You said you're not watching
I'm
anything?
not
right now?
watching anything. I just started to read the book Legacy, which is I'm just in the very beginning stages, and it's basically the story of a Black female physician who who's a twin, who grew up in New York. I'm not gonna say Brooklyn, Bronx. I can't really. I think it's Brooklyn.
Okay.
Her mother actually was a physician, a nephrologist, which is a kidney doctor, and she walked in the path of becoming a doctor because of her mother being a doctor, but one of the few black doctors in the neighborhood that the family could trust and love. And her mom ended up dying at a young age, young adult age of, I think it was breast cancer. And so it's telling the story of how she grew up and her support system of her mother. And her twin sister actually became a physician as well. And what that means in the whole context of her being a black physician, female, um, working in the hospital system, but also what it looks like in the landscape of the United States and maybe even internationally of numbers of how many black physicians there are. Now, it's in the very beginning, but I kind of know where the story is going because there's been so much talk about it. Um,
Wait, talk about it from where? Like just other people talking about the book?
Talking about the book, because the book has been around, I would say, for at least maybe 2.5 years now.
Okay.
And it's just beautifully written, and just kudos to now, because I'm talking about it, I'm like, what is her name? What is her name?
The author's name?
Yes. Because I follow her on social media. And she's commented and actually given me some tidbits on how to live in this world as a physician scientist. And
Is the author a physician scientist as well?
she's a physician.
Okay.
And she has done a lot of work since putting out this book and actually leaving the hospital system more in the inclusion space, equity space.
Okay. You know, equity and inclusion are like evil words.
Right?
No words right now. Our podcast might end up getting canceled. It might get removed off of these platforms. Now we're getting political. Golly, what is happening right now? This first off episode has gone off the rails. What's her name?
So her name is Uche, Uche Blackstock.
Oh, okay.
And the name of the book is Legacy: A Black Physician Reckons with Racism in Medicine. So it's basically a call to action to create more equitable healthcare systems for people of color. And it's written by this black woman who, in essence, lived in a home where she saw inequities in healthcare as her mom being a physician, and then now her and her sister both being physicians in the healthcare system. And
does her being a twin have heavy merit on the story?
Not that I know of right this second,
yet.
because I'm just in the very beginning.
Okay.
But I'm saying it in the context of both her and her sister feeling the impetus to, how can I give back, just like my mom gave back.
Yeah.
And seeing the power of healing hands in that regard. So I keep bringing it up, just kind of like they got so much oomph from seeing their mom excel. And mom actually was one of the few or first black physicians to go to Harvard and get her training at Harvard. And they wound up going to Harvard too for medical school. So it's a beautifully started book of story. And so I'm excited to learn more about her journey and then the bigger journey of these inequities in healthcare. Now I see them.
Yeah.
But to read it and get some historical lens is also very nice.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's
so
dope.
I'm not watching anything, I'm reading something.
Book time.
Well, the thing about it is too, I finished that the show that I talked about the last time, the Jury Duty Presents.
Oh yes,
Company.
yeah.
And I just had so much fun and it's so funny.
Oh yeah, you were watching the recap of that last week.
So engaging. I was like, oh, nothing else is going to top the feeling of the happiness I have over watching this show.
Guess I need to read a book.
I need to read a book. Bring me back down. Let me bring me back. And then I'll find another funny show.
That's funny. I think it's funny that you always talk about how like when you finish watching when you get home from work, the only thing you want to do is watch something funny and get away from everything work related. Meanwhile, you're reading this book about legacies and health inequities
But I don't often do that. This is
no, you don't. You don't. But it's just funny.
The other book that I read before that was a little bit sad. I told you the husband passed away.
Yes.
And
Yes. Come on now.
I need to be reading some funny books. You gave me
I did give you the Sedaris book.
You
Yeah.
need to read that.
Yeah, you got to read that book.
Yeah, he's funny. Okay, so that'll be. I have 2 books that I'm reading now. The other one, The other one is more of a sci-fi. I don't. It's not funny, but it's engaging.
Okay.
So I'll talk to you about that one next time.
Okay. We'll do book time instead of screen time
Book
next week.
time,
We'll
because
do
you're
book
reading
time.
about 3 books right now.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am reading 3 books. One of the books I'm reading, I'm like, I saw the title of the book, and when I saw the title of the book, I was like, this is similar to a story that I've created that I started drafting.
Mm.
And
Did you copyright the story?
no, it's an old book.
Oh.
It's an old book.
Oh, okay.
And as I was reading the book, I was like, oh my God, like this is similar to the story that I started writing. It has a couple like deviations, like other ideas, but I was like, this is in essence, the direction I'm going with it. And so I'm reading this book like really, like my mind is a little bit blown, where it's just like
Somebody else thought of this already.
yeah, not even somebody.
How dare they?
No, so it's not even somebody else thought of this already. It's, to be a little bit vain, it's like, because it's a really well-known author. Like he's like one of the, do you know Isaac Asimov?
Mm-mm.
Isaac Asimov did I, Robot.
Okay.
He did Foundation.
Okay.
Like it's a whole bunch of like in the sci-fi world, he's done a lot of books. And so like when I saw the title of this book, I was just like, wait a minute, like I wonder. And I downloaded it. I think it was on sale for like $1.99 on the Kindle app. Okay. So I was like, let me go ahead and start. So I started reading it. I was like, oh my God, this is the story. And my mind, where it went, and this might be a little bit vain as a creator, it's like, oh, I came up with an idea similar to Isaac Asimov. It must be pretty good. You know what I mean? That's where my mind went. Not necessarily, the story's already been done, right?
Well, what we call it in the science world is, I got scooped.
You got scooped. That's what reporters say as well. Reporters say that, but it's like it wasn't even like a. I mean, the thing about it is that my story. The story that I've been toying with, and I've been toying with it since the pandemic. Since the pandemic, it's the reason why I went back to Bowie State. I was like, wait, I don't have the tools to tell this story. Not back to, but went to Bowie State because I didn't have the story. I didn't have the tools to tell that story. And so when I was reading the book, it just made me go like, this has a lot of hallmarks. So I'm kind of excited to finish reading that book so that I can really see like the similarities in terms of the thoughts that I had.
How differently?
Yeah. And a lot of
turn you off to read the book or turn you
No,
on
it makes me excited. It makes me excited because then what that tells me is that I'm on the right path because what happens, something that you quickly learn as a storyteller, is that there aren't too many new stories in the world. You do your best to try to come up with something new, but ultimately you end up coming across something similar or something in that same vein, or a version of it that isn't quite connecting to yours. And so in reading his book, I'm like, okay, mine could in so many ways be like a spiritual successor to it, got it. Where it's just like I'm not gonna lift any. I'm too much of the ethos of an MC, back in my rhyming days, to basically be like, I'm gonna bite off this person's idea. No, it's like I'm gonna come up with my right. Not a writer, I'm a writer. But it's I don't want to. I feel like the idea that I have is strong enough to where somebody reading it will be like, oh, okay, I can see the inspiration behind it. But at the same time, it's like it wasn't even inspired by it.
Yeah,
it's it's something.
You're reading the book
after I conceptualized everything, and now I'm just piecing this story together, and I'm looking at his story. I'm reading his story, and I'm just like, it's very much working class in this world, and like what I'm doing is working class in this world, and so it's just like, oh, this is really interesting. But again, it's nothing that somebody else would not have come up with. The only difference is the execution. And so I'm reading his story to see how he executed this idea.
And emotions that you evoke.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm excited to read. I'm excited to read his book. So that's what I'm reading right now.
What's the name of this?
Let me pull it up.
You're
It's
reading it
something
on
eternity.
your
I'm reading it on the
electronically.
Kindle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading. I mean, I'm reading 4 books right now, but this one is the one I'm reading on the Kindle. Is what I wake up and I say I'm gonna read this instead of going to my social media. Let me strengthen my brain. So, the book is called The End of Eternity.
The End of Eternity.
Hmm
When
And
did it
it's,
come out?
I think sometime in the 70s.
Oh,
Like he's when I say he's a classic writer, he's a classic writer. Let me see, when did this book come out? This book came out 1955.
okay. Okay.
1955, and it was renewed in 1983 by him. The copyright is 1955.
Hmm.
So, goes to show you.
So it's been around for a
It's been
long
around
time.
for a long, long time. It's been
And
around
maybe
for.
I mean, I don't know where you got inspiration for your story,
Mm.
but maybe somebody else got inspiration from this story that then
Well,
had you to think, you know,
um,
sometime between 1955 and 2026.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question because I'm trying to think. I mean, in essence, my story is a time traveling story, and his. I mean, you know the premise
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
story
yeah.
already. You know, I told you about it like when I first came up with the idea. But his story is a time traveling story as well. And
And
it
you
did.
love time travel.
Oh, I love time traveling stories. Like, please, I always say I am a time traveler.
Yes, you do.
So, but I think that the the story that I'm telling, or the story that he told, I think it's, I mean, you go back to H.G. Wells. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm,
time travel is. I think that's probably the first time traveling story, at
mm-hmm,
least documented.
mm-hmm.
So it's like it's all about the different mechanics in
Yeah,
time travel,
yeah.
and so reading his story, I'm seeing what kind of mechanics he used because I already know what mechanics I use, and I would be fascinated to see if they align somehow, some way.
Got it.
And another thing, my biggest introduction to Asimov is the show Foundation, which I
Mm.
love, love, love,
Which
love.
was based off
Foundation.
of a book
It's
he
based
wrote.
off a book
Yeah.
series, like several books.
Mm.
I've never read them before, but I love, love, love that show. Like, it's very rare for me to watch a show over, but that's a show I will sometimes have on in the background.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And there's a big thing in that story called psychomathematics, where basically this doctor in the show Foundation, I don't know if it's the same in the books, this doctor named Selden can predict the future using mathematics. Like he can
Mm.
tell you what's going to
Like Doctor
happen.
Strange.
No, not Doctor Strange.
Doesn't Doctor Strange do that? Like he's like, I know
Oh,
that
it's
there's so many different.
10 million. Da, 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 da,
Yes.
da. It's not mathematics though. Like he's actually looking into the future.
Got it.
Nah, like he's like doing equations and predicting where humanity is going to end up.
Mm.
And so in this book, they talk about psychomathematics, and I'm like, okay, he has some connective tissue between
Mm.
his in his books,
Yeah.
and it's interesting. It's interesting to read that. And another thing that I find interesting is like how, I guess, dated a lot of the terms are. Like
Mm.
it's just, by today's standards, it's kind of corny, where it's just like, I can't remember what it is right now, but there's certain words or certain things that he'll say to describe people, and I'm just like, oof,
You
like
can't
when
say
was this
that
written?
anywhere
No,
anymore.
not even
But
you
now
can't
you know
say
it's
it.
written in
Yeah, 55.
1955.
Not even that. It's just like, oh, I would pick something else than to say that. Like it's like that
That probably was
sounds.
cutting
Oh, I
edge and
mean, it
top of the
was,
line at
you know what I mean? Like,
1955.
you would, like, if somebody were to write that now, an editor would 100% change it. Be like, don't
Like
write that.
certain descriptors, you're saying.
Not even descriptors. It's like, it's the roles that people play. I can't, like, the position, the employment position of people.
Mm.
I can't remember it off the top of my head. Maybe next week, if I remember, I'll share it. But yeah, I'm enjoying the book. I'm excited. That's the book I'm excited to read. Anyway, we have gone like
You're a
over.
talker. You're
Oh,
not just a writer.
really?
You're a talker.
Because you're not a talker.
You're a talker.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you guys so much
Yeah.
for spending quality time with us. We appreciate you.
Listen to us talk.
Listen to us talk. Follow us on all of our socials. You can follow us at Are You a Fan Yet? You can also follow Sadana at,
Sedana_Jackson_Vivens.
and you can follow me at Joseph Vivens on Instagram. And finally, you can follow the podcast at First Off Podcast on Instagram. And we are also on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to be on your Spotify. You don't need to be on your Apple Podcast. I mean, you still can, but you can hop on YouTube and just have us on in the background in the nail salon, at the hairdresser, in the barbershop, in your car. Like, we are on the YouTubes, on the street.
On the go.
You could get an old school boombox and throw that up in the air.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can play us in the stadiums if you want. Just saying.
We in there.
We on YouTube, so that means that anybody can access it worldwide.
Yes.
You don't need a subscription for YouTube.
Now we're gonna get 13 followers.
Just one follower on YouTube. Oh, lucky number 13. Send us a message if you are.
Look. You're welcome.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for listening. Please visit us at Are You a Fan Yet? Visit www.areyouafanyet.com and check out SOS, the movie, coming to the Rochester International Film Festival May 2nd at 2 p.m. You hear that crowd? And we have another announcement coming very, very soon for another festival that we're going to be. I can't announce it until May 1st, so stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this space. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Hey, this is Evie. Thanks for listening to First Off, featuring my parents, Sadana and Joseph. Music by Uncle Verse. You can hear more of his music at VERSGBOS on Instagram. That's Verse G Boss. You can find us on Instagram too, at First Off Podcast and at Are You a Fan Yet? Or visit vivinsmedia.com. And this outro is done by me, EVEE. Evie, bye-bye!